we're moving into our final conversation for today as we're getting all the details about the upcoming Fidus Pro Dog Show, and it's a 2018 Fun Challenge. We have with us Asad Dacak, who is from Serenbid Imports, and you bring in the Fidus Pro dog food. And we have Inspector Brent Hamilton, who is the commander of the Police Canine Unit. Good morning and welcome.
Thank you for having us.
There's a missing guest on the couch.
There's a missing guest?
Yeah.
Fortunately, we should have bring one of the guests that we probably going to have to participate in the dog show. That's what we don't know.
Okay.
Yet, right?
Yeah, you see what happened is they're a little bit of a diva, right? They're waiting for the actual show day. Or everybody knows I get distracted when there's a dog on set. So, but let's jump into the topic. And Asad, I guess you're the best one to start off with the idea behind putting together this dog show.
Well, the whole idea was, of course, Serenbid Imports is we are a family and we love dogs. So we thought about coming up, we bring in a dog food, so why not have a dog show and also make it fun, right? So we tried to use different categories that, we want to make it fun. We want everybody to come and just, it's a fun day. So a family day. So we started off with a family day that will lead into the main event, which is the dog show, right?
Now, when we say dog show, or if we look at what the dog shows are in the States, that's a whole other level. Is that what we're talking about? The perfectly groomed, perfectly trained?
Not really, right?
Okay.
Like I said, it's more of a fun. We are going to have a nice stage. We are going to have the different categories and, and everything like that. But, well, Mr. Brent could explain to you the different, the rules and stuff of the dog show. But it's basically to have a nice, fun time that people can come and just have a nice day.
And bring their dogs.
And bring their dogs, of course, yes.
I mean, and you touched on something because well, two things. One is that there's an industry around dogs, groomers, food, which is very important. As a dog owner myself, I know it's a very important thing for me what I give my dogs.
Exactly.
And I've learned a lot about dog food in terms of the ingredients and how they know what the content
What to look for
in it. But I want to, before we get into some of the details, just expanding on something you said, which is bring up the family. A lot of, like for me, my family includes my two dogs.
Exactly.
I'm not on the American level where I'm kissing them and they're sleeping in the bed, but
That's not American.
well, whatever, that's the first side, but I wanted to talk about the culture of dogs in Belize. I don't know if you're probably a more appropriate person, and the switch away from, you have a patlick in the back of your house, you tie up, and you take scraps and give it to him, to now this whole different approach, which to me is the appropriate approach, to see them as animals who have emotions. Could you talk to us about the shift culturally in Belize?
Well, actually, the Padlika terminology is also in the Caribbean. Right? If you research, you will see it in the Caribbean and Trinidad or so forth. They call it the same thing, patlika. Well, basically, patlika are where leftovers from the pot and where you get a dog outside. Right? That's a culture thing. That still happens to the date. Right? People still bailing the neck and back and then things there. We upgrade to at least a certain extent. I must say, the veterinarian, they start to sensitize dog owners, dog lovers, that we should go to the dog food, because we started to find out that when you feed the dogs with meat and all these type of things, they're more likely to get sick faster if you don't have them on hard guard, if you're not getting a warm all the time, and so forth. Those are what bring the parasites sometimes inside the dog. So that's why there's a shift a lot in trying to create the dog food to taste just like that. Or they add other stuff inside the dog food to make it be more nicer, more attractive. From a trainer point, if you give your dog food, your dog not to care about meats. You don't care about chicken. And it's less easy for me from a point to poison a dog. Right? Because if someone wants to go, if, for instance, I could go to your yard and take 2 chow sung or 2 lychee, leg in my hand. Right? If your dog loves dog food and I care how I throw that down there, I eat that. The devil might grab his soul and say, I never tried this. But you're not used to it. Right? So in the police canine unit where we work, we don't mess with that. Because our work is really more different. We don't want that if we go search a house and somebody left a leg on the ground.
Distracted.
If it distract the dog,
Yeah.
he just passed that. And that's why when we are selecting drug dog, we do food versus toy and food versus dog food. So if we put a chicken down there on the ground and we throw the toy, we want him to go for the toy and not the dog food. I mean, not the chicken. If we throw the toy over the dog food and he goes to the toy, come back, put down the toy, eat the dog food, I say, all right, I'll take that, but I don't want to eat them. I don't want you to eat the meat.
Yeah.
So that's
because
where
that's accessible by
that,
other
that's
people.
accessible. They
But-
go on the street, people probably put poison in the, if someone with mischievous, they can poison a dog easy like that, right?
But beyond that, though, I think, the internet is a wonderful thing. We get to learn so much more. One, there are things that we eat that dogs shouldn't eat. And two, because there's a natural assumption that they're
ma'am.
animals, they're carnivores, they need only meat. Actually, they need a balanced diet as much as we do,
that's right.
Yes.
right? And so that's where I know with the dog food that you bring in, you're saying that it has the ingredients that are necessary.
That's right.
What's,
Correct.
now, I've learned to ask the important question.
Yes.
What's the primary ingredient in your dog food?
Well, it's basically we have the meat, the chicken, and the rice.
Yeah.
Right, so those are the main ingredients, and then of course it's not from corn; it's
Yeah.
the soybean, right?
Yeah.
So you know
Yeah,
already. I
something
say
like
from I saw that smile come up, right?
Yeah.
You guys know already, but yes, it does come from the soybean. So
Yeah.
the corn tends to affect the dog a little bit more.
Yeah.
So we decided not to go that way.
Yeah.
Right. So
And in fact, our dogs are not as active as we think.
Yeah.
That's
They're
right.
in confined yards. Unfortunately, some people still have them tied all
Tight,
day.
Yeah.
And even if you do give them a little bit of a yard, they need more
Need to express
exercise. than that. Yeah.
One of the things with dog food, as a on dog food, I am a very articulated person, very structured. So in me, everything I organize. I know just free up. Right? If I free up, because I still organize. When I look at the dog food, a lot of people don't know that dogs have genetic responses to dog foods also.
Yeah.
So some people are going to say, buy just dog food. And they just put it there. And they don't say no improvement in the dog. They don't say no, they're not the muscle up. They're not, they get energy level from the dog food. And sometimes some dog just go and eat the dog food. After like 2-3 hours, and get hungry right back again. They look for you. You want a good dog food that when he eats it, he could go 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Till you feed him again in the evening or something like that. What I have found out in my years of experience working at dog, I have seen some of my police dog trigger when we use different brand and create hot flash. They get swelling in the face because the one that living now, the ingredients of some of the dog companies and they put in the ingredients and they put in the dog food trigger off your dog differently, make it slow on down or whatever.
Yeah.
So we like fiber. For working dogs, we like fiber. I'll tell you why we like fiber. When we use fiber, and it's tool in the yard, it also works as a for help with the garden. It's why it dry right away. And the reason for that more is that if I take my dog to the airport and I let him have what we call a ritual. Ritual means like when we get up in the morning and do ourselves, clean up, right? The dog go do his thing or whatever. He needs to stay in the airport at least about 2 hours before we give him a break again. So we have to find a dog food where making him not do that. Because the richer the dog food, the more rich in protein, the more rich in whatever, he'll going over and over. Like for instance, right now, if me and you, I don't a grill man, I like barbecue. So if I lash off on 2 steak right now, or 2 chicken, and you that, and you do rich up your food, you find that, boy,
Yeah.
So, but if we eat soda biscuit, right? If we eat soda biscuit and eat chicken sausage, you know, I feel no way. Ask the sea man, they don't care high protein on the sea. Because what they're going to do, when they're going to do 4, 5, 6 hours.
Yeah, you have energy food
you have
and you
energy
have-
food.
Yeah.
But what do? We add the supplements for the dog. So he might have a supplement where we might like, or we add the vitamin. We use simple things like trias tonic, B complex,
But-
simple things for the dog.
Here's
But
the
you
thing.
got to know what amount to give him.
Here's the thing, and I think Kevin was pointing out that there is a greater awareness of just the responsibility we have as animal owners. But there still is a great deal of problems with how people handle dogs or animals in general in this. And I know there's a recent one where a lady, blatantly posted that she beat up the dog because he did something that a dog would do. How do you hope that activities like this and engagements like this will help to educate people that, it is inhumane
That's
to
right,
hurt
that's right.
animals or to keep them tied up, or not feed them, not give them water, or breed them like they're some kind of breeding animal. How do we get that message out?
Well, I must say, mostly in every district they have a Belize Humane Society who do heavy campaign, who do heavy marketing and campaigning about dog safety and inhumane. I must say, the laws govern when it comes to cruelty to animals, general animals, and they also have a dog act. I think it's chapter 153 of the laws or something like that, right? People see their dog as, they have three types of people in Belize. You have dog lovers, dog abusers, and dog don't give a damn. Right? The one that's crucial is one I don't give a damn. I just have dog because I want a dog, and I make it feed it oneself and feed oneself. He go make puppies all over the place. Maybe you hump your dog, your nice dog, or your dog, these type of things. Then and those also give a damn are those like the lady that you talk about. Well, I did a case. I went and I investigated that case. The case happened somewhere in the Cayo district, and the officers were very supportive, and we went to the house and we did our thing.
Because you can't charge people.
We can. Yeah. But what is hurting our society is that we need a complainant. That's the most important thing. Wow. If the police don't have a complainant, I cannot do anything. So who's going to blow the whistle? And people today, I call it like a seat, I know I run for you. People afraid of just a report on that case, where much less think about domestic violence. Or somebody commit a robbery or something. Because they hear game still about, oh, you gonna report me that tiger and police come to my house. They feel like their life is on right. So that's the one of the reasons why I don't have a lot of cases. But I can say as a policeman, I think later about 2 or 3 weeks back, I've seen a case on the news where this gentleman supposed to never have a dog tired or something and he went out on a bed. Those are cited cases for us already, right? And there's a lot of mediation cases where the police do when it comes to dog, your pit bull, man, the fight with the pit bull and the different things, and so forth. But what is hurting? We are not really the Humane Society. They are a volunteer organization. They are not equipped to like say if they get a case, if they on the website somebody post something, they get the police, they move, they respond. It is always a question of resources. Right?
But maybe I want to say this quickly. Maybe we're going in the wrong direction with that.
That's right.
Let me tell you what my concern is. Maybe we'll get more complaints successfully through if it was a criminal offense. Maybe it was ticketable, for example, that somebody did something which was wrong. We could have an organization, an entity, a department, which, like a subset of the health department, which would give tickets. Maybe that would allow, and that puts me to my question, because I don't want to dwell on that.
I support what you're saying.
I don't want to dwell on that, but because a lot of people, which brings us back to the whole thing of what we feed our dogs. Because what we feed our dogs depends on the way we perceive what our dog is.
Exactly.
And dogs in Belize, when I was getting my dogs, because I wanted a Rottweiler, that's my favorite dog. Beautiful coat, a double coat, it's a beautiful
and
animal,
can handle
powerful.
And can handle the heat.
Yes. But what we view a dog as has changed. In fact, a dog now, a Rottweiler, is like a $1,200 dog.
Exactly.
For a proper breed. And so could you talk to us about feeding? Because you're not going to buy a Porsche and take contraband gas out of cyanide and put it in the tank.
Some people do.
Possibly.
Well, for us, our dog food is quality, but at a reasonable price, right? So you can afford to buy a Porsche and give a right? Let's put it that way. But it's the same thing with our dog food. You can have $1,200 or dog, and you can give them our dog food. Our dog food is safe. That's the first and foremost what we like to let everybody know. It's safe. It's like what Mr. Hamilton was saying, that with our dog food, it's something that you can feed the dog a nice portion and it stays full. It doesn't, if we have a test, Mr. Hamilton could vouch for this test, right? We have a test that we actually take the dog food and put it in water and leave it there, right? And then you could wait like maybe 20 minutes and then go back and check the dog food and just hold it and see if it just...
Wow, it does turn to mush.
It just turns to mush, exactly.
Which makes it easier
Which
to
makes
digest.
it easier. But with our dog food, it keeps it, it actually floats, not floats, sorry, but it stays hard.
Okay.
So that keeps the dog full longer.
You have my
Right?
attention.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is what you can try it. He tried it.
Are you going to have the dog food on sale
Yes,
at the
we
dog
will
show?
at very discount
Okay.
prices. We will have. Also, we were talking about the Humane Society. The Humane Society will be out there. They will be giving information on
Yeah.
what we've been talking about. So just come on out.
Is your dog food a dry dog food? Because I know
Yes.
they're the
We have the
canned
dry
ones.
dog food. We have it in different presentations.
And is
of
there
course.
any, when I say dry as compared to
Canned.
canned,
Yeah.
is there any benefit Brent, between the dry one as opposed to the for
I
non
think
not
that's a preference. though, 'cause
Layman,
the vets will
layman
say
term,
different things,
layman
yeah.
term. You can handle rice and beans every day?
me? That's
Yeah.
a very bad question.
No, not-
Yes, I can.
Okay. So,
depends on how
very
much
bad
you
question.
exercise, too.
right? You exercise that, but the analogy I was trying to give, like, sometimes
Variety.
I get bored with the same food, and you find, but you know what, eat it so and then you have add leaf flavor. So like I'm a man, every month, every day I got a different thing I want to eat because I like the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, because I don't know something that the crazy last long, right? But
We gotta get back to the dog show.
I heard you were
Yeah.
alerting
Yeah.
earlier about the dog show is like the same one in America.
Yeah.
I'll just give you the differences,
Yes.
right? In America, the dog show for them is the best of breeds.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Our best of breed, we need someone to help us with that
Yeah.
understand the different breeds of dogs, right? So we're not doing that. They are more into like if you take the dog to Bliss,
Yeah.
right?
Those
So
dogs
forth.
are
Like
bred,
well trained,
trained,
bred
and
clean.
everything.
Yeah.
You need the
Yeah.
poop. And
Yeah.
you understand? What I articulated about 10 years ago, let's do skill things.
Yeah.
Simply things that can graduate us to that level.
So we're doing obedience.
So we're doing like
Yes.
obedience. Like
What's obedience?
Obedience is like if I'm telling you sit up, and the dog will sit up. And when I say sit up, meaning that the dog must respond to your command. So the instructor who is judging it, for run a
Without
dog,
the treat in your hand?
without
or
a treat.
yeah.
Well, what we do for run a dog show, there are 3 persons that must be there.
Yeah.
An instructor, a dog trainer, a veterinarian, because he's looking at see if your dog don't have any physical abuse or
Yeah.
they have all the eyes,
Yeah.
everything there, and a lover of dog like yourself, Kevin, that just understand
Yeah.
what a dog. And then we have a grading system. So with the obedience, I'll just give an example, like a command must be given to half to 1 second. So when I say sit, I mean sit. I don't want you to there sit. Then I know.
That would be the obedience.
Then,
And then I have to
right, and then you're teaching the dog to come, because the sit comes with correction. In training, when you're teaching the dog to sit down, you must say sit, and if he takes anything over 2 seconds, then there must be a correction, which where your voice changes. Sit, and then you tell him good boy or good girl.
Yeah.
You tell him that I want to sit down, right? So that is one for the obedience. We have the best pot liquor,
I love this
right?
one.
Yes.
And the
What
best
qualifies as the best pot
mix.
liquor
You have to
now?
be a mixed
Yeah,
breed.
mixed
Yeah.
breed.
You have to be
Pot
a mixed
liquor
breed.
just mean a mix up.
You just mix up, right? And I'm gonna give a little small history of my
How you
grade.
know the best one? Best of mixes?
We
like
have-
when Kevin, German
Okay.
Shepherd, and Rottweiler.
When you have the mixed
That's a
breed,
good mix.
that's why we're bringing the vet. We're bringing the vet in on that.
Uh-huh.
Well, I have experience with a know a mixed breed, right? And what we look for the attitude. How that pot liquor come out. I come in, I respond, and all we do is from point A to point B. Take your dog and walk in from there to there and back, right? And when I see the dog move, like like he's in love, like
Elegant.
he love being walked,
Yeah.
right? If the pot liquor, we bring the pot liquor and they go wrong, and if they come down, I say Jesus Christ, right?
Okay, I feel that one too.
So that it's 3-person grading the stuff, right?
Okay.
Right. All scores are final. I am the master canine. I'm a master canine, and so it's not going to be where we're going to have 2-person crowning. No.
No,
Right?
One winner.
One winner. Then the best of tricks.
Okay.
The best of trick, if it's simple, somebody bring the dog to the arena, right? We have a little stage set up,
Yeah.
and the person might say, okay, I'm going to throw this frisbee in the air. Watch how my dog will go bite the frisbee, and then his tail is going to waggle. You telling me that's what I want to see. That's what I'm going to grade.
Okay, so you have to tell
You have to tell the
predict
judges.
the dog behavior.
Yes. You have to tell the judge what you're going to do. If you're going to tell me, oh, judge, I want to surprise you, then amaze me, because I'm not so easy to amaze.
Hey.
Right? So that's his best.
Have we seen cool tricks before in
Yes,
trick
when
competitions?
we do the dog show, we
Tell me a cool one.
Right, a cool one is the person using the same dog food that you're telling, and then they take the dog, they take the like the biscuit, and do wrong and wrong, and the dog does wrong and wrong. But when it looks so neat that when the dog go wrong, they're like the punter. Oh, right? And then I had to tell the judge, watch what's happening there. Then you had this guy, which is a trick we can do also. It was a basic, he had a rag, like a towel, Kevin, and then he tell the dog, hop, and the dog bite it, like a pit bull. And that dog just stay right so. Then when the dog started doing a dead shake, I didn't like that because a dead shake is dangerous. A dead shake is like when a dog hit on his prey and he wants to kill, this is what he does.
Yeah.
And if your hand not going with the motion with his head and you're going the opposite way, you can crack the dog neck.
Yeah.
Right? So that was I like the trick, but want to see how long it's going to do that.
Yeah.
Then the best dressed dog. Right?
Best dress.
Any dog.
Best haircut or best clothes?
Well, pretty deity that I say. Right? Look very fabulous. My own words are right. And the costume, I look at the sturdy of the costume. If you stay on, if I tell you walk from so to come back. But remember when the vet they check you, he don't want to say no lot of abuse. He wants to hear real groom. Because all of we have a purpose where we look for.
No ticks or fleas.
No ticks and fleas. Check your teeth. And that's the way how we find out if you abuse a dog too. Right? So, but we want to say that. So, that's the way how, and then what goes about it, Belize Women's Society in Cairo going to have costume there, you go barra. So you could still bring a dog there, you could bring a dog.
So, when you put on the costume, they can't bite it, right? They have to wear it.
Then I lose.
I'm out to that one too.
Well, they brought out a dog with the pampers and the pampers, like, you know, like I said, well, I said, man. Right?
Maybe you can get a costume that has treats on it, and that would be a trick. So
He's good.
My dog is a lot of
Then we
training.
have the obstacle course. It's an obstacle course that I created. We are looking on if the dog complete all the obstacle course.
Yeah.
We're looking at time. And then, and so it's easier to grade that because we're looking at time. And if you mix all the cones, it's simple. Put some cones, see how the dog go jump over something, walk on something, and then you don't have 30 meters dash. How quick you and the dog will run off at the thing. Something simple.
But then, how do I know what to expect? Like if I don't know the obstacle course, how do I train my dog for it?
Well, we do this like almost over a month.
Okay.
And we just say, if you have any question, you go contact me, you go blah, 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 whatever. When you come out there, I have other police canine guys, we will help you.
Okay.
We're not that strict on you, but we just want you to try it, because if you not do something, how we want to try it, right? And if I start to train you how to do your obstacle course, then what are the purpose of me doing obstacle course? Because then everybody want to make it, right? So I the stuff, and we are doing that for help together.
Is this an amateur competition?
This is an amateur. You could bring a professional.
Which means you can bring a canine dog.
I will not do. I will use my dog. I will use my dog for a demo, basically, because the police canine unit is also a community arm.
Yeah.
And part of our community arm is to talk about safety, the laws of the dog, cruelty to animals, and that's what we did it for. And we had explained that to you, and we had tell you how you go to certain training. So we not just did it to the lamp up and think that we want to educate people on what that for we really will and function, right?
So we have also the last competition is the largest and
That's my
smallest.
favorite.
Easy.
That's my favorite.
One of the things I didn't tell my colleague there, have some people bring a puppy. Right?
Oh, it has to be adult.
Because you have to be an adult dog. And what do we consider an adult dog?
1
Well,
year.
7 years dog life is to 1 year human life. So you better tell me this dog is a year old. And I got my vet by my side, so you could just open the teeth and you could do, you know, change whatever teeth. So easy, smallest dog. We're gonna this, like that. Bring a ruler. You check from the steep of the dog, the head back. Tape. Run the ruler. 4 inches. Write that down. Next. But the vet one still check the basic. Remember all 3 judges they are checking for. Largest dog, well, sometimes if I reach, I don't know which dog don't win.
Of
right?
course.
Right? But if you listen
You
to me.
already know which breeds are problem most
That eliminates certain breeds.
But some dog know, some people, the last guy that I saw brought a
Mastiff, those are the.
bull mastiff.
Yeah,
course.
those
But
are.
when the bull mastiff walk, I use the cruel term, the bull mastiff walk like dig it up. I say you show the sample mastiff, right? So we take off flea pangs because the dog had only physical disability. But one of the things that
discrimination, man.
No, that will have to.
Equality for dogs.
Yeah,
man.
you still win. You still win. Then one of the things that you all will laugh just now. I said that I'm very articulated. I'm a strict person. You, Kevin, your dog have never been wrong lot of dogs. So at the dog show, we will have a designated area for one person type of dog there. one person to help the dog there. So we want to space out. Or we actually leave a dog at your area or keep care of the dog until you're ready for it because everything organized.
Yeah.
We know which who going next.
Yeah.
And I have my police canine guys who assist with that. But you bring your dog well behaved, you don't do nothing. I went telling your dog for going to the dog show no. He started because like, one bite the handler, one bite me. A la vista, gone. Because we can't, I can't, no, bad behavior, we not accept that.
That's why you should socialize your dog, right?
So we will have one of my dog, man will go out and say, do you give your dog a break? Have your dog, we start interview now. Right? Because the last thing we want a safe environment.
Yes.
There's a lot of kids, and we don't allow a kid that is like 12 or 10, we can't handle a dog, you have to be an adult. Because we have seen in dog show,
Some muscles will be
But I was going to ask though, because that's one of the things that people are scared of. They hear stories of people being bitten by dogs. Is it, I mean, how safe is it to go if people are bringing dogs maybe who...
That's what I said, we'll have an area designated.
Okay.
So if I have my police canine guy on the ground, I have a guy with a spotter. Miss, put your dog over there, you put your dog over there, and if you don't listen to him and you're going to register the dog, he's going to tell me. Because I'm the overall person in charge.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to try to take away anything from you, but I want to have a dialogue. If you don't listen, then you can't win at the dog ring.
And then lastly, there is the best of the best.
Easy. What we do, we take all winners from each categories, and that's a call for me. That's what I do. So if I have my 3 judges that are above, I know above.
Yeah, I know a little secret about you. I know a little secret about you that you have and love your small dogs. So you won't have any bias towards the smallest dog
No,
there.
I have actually a dog that one in Beatle Park was a small dog. It was a pit bull, but he costume not come off. He just like when the guy walk in, like he just like yeah, you know, like that's how I love to say. The rest of the dog they like they don't want to go carry the next dog front of them, like you know, and we go, make they go wrong 2 times. If the 3 judges are above him, then it's all in my hand, right?
Everything we've said so far is enough reason.
I want to add something that, and I asked Kevin, probably he could help me this. We'll have breaks, right? And in every break, we have something exciting. What is that? We're going to take all of his products in a little bowl, right? And we're going to put it there. And we'll invite some people like, which dog will eat then dog food? The first. That's one. But the one that I love the most, Kevin, and I think that you probably could help me with, is that we will ask about 5 to 6 people, and then the first 5 people jump on the stage. Who could bark like a dog? Right?
I like that one.
And you must bark within a repetition of 15 seconds. So you can't go there. No.
Maybe we have the human
like
do the
that
best
one.
trick. But we'll figure it out later. We got to wrap up this segment, so let's just get the details. Saturday?
So Saturday, 11th of
This
August.
Saturday.
This Saturday.
Right? This Saturday. Yeah.
So we're going to have the first annual Fidus Pro Dog Show, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to have food. Of course, Baker's Barbecue, everybody knows it. It's been around since 1985, you know. Mr. Mahmoud has passed it on to his family, so the barbecue out there is going to be good. We have chicken, pork, mutton. We have some kebabs. Guys, we have bouncy house for the kids. We have ATV rides. We have the U15 football tournament that kicks off the event. So we're going to have a U15 tournament in the morning, right? So it's a full family day, a U15 in the morning, and then it leads to the main event, which starts about 2:30.
Okay,
Right?
that's when the dog competitions start.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, thank you for coming in. Best of luck, and we really hope everybody goes out with the family.
Can I give you guys a quiz?
About?
About dog.
Okay.
How many turns does it take a dog to lay down?
How many turns?
Does a dog take to lay down?
Wow.
About 3, 4?
3? You said 3? You say what?
Yeah, I'm going to follow. She's normally rated.
So Kevin, look at you, me like Cape. Well, it was a trick question on his last turn.
Oh.
A dog doesn't have no amount of time.
We'll have that riddle. Now you just hear how particular my dog is. But thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and take that final break, and when we come back, we'll have a wrap-up, so stay tuned.